Morning. It is Sunday morning. It is March the 9th, 8:01 in the morning, and I'm tired, and I know you are too. It is Spring Forward Sunday. Love that for us. Anyway, rise and shine. Good morning. Hope you're having a great start to the day. Couple of things we're tracking. First and foremost, nice warm temperatures. Today is going to be a toasty one as we spring forward into spring-like weather. But that said, we are now also watching those showers and thunder showers entering into our forecast plate. We are calling impact weather during tomorrow's morning commute, and the potential is going to be there to see something a little feisty. So we're definitely going to be tracking this just to kind of get an idea of how this plays out in our overall forecast. So definitely stick with us. We're going to keep you up to date 100%. At this point in time, the threat of storms is mainly north of us. As a matter of fact, let me dial up our first warning live Doppler radar. And across central Florida, we are looking good. But up to the north, right on the edge of our current radar sweep, you can see some storms. I'll clarify this using the Jacksonville radar. And I mean, it's squally up there for sure, right? Lapsing the data, lots of thunder, lots of lightning, all of that activity for now is staying north of us. But over the course of the day, today, we'll start to see some of that energy drifting more and more in our direction. It's because the area of low pressure, the parent area of low pressure, is riding along the northern Gulf Coast. And while all that energy is there, there is a cold front there on the left side of your screen. And that cold front is eventually going to carry with it showers and thunder showers marching our direction. So when we play this out together, then we start off this morning just fine, right? Partly cloudy skies, 77 our 11 o'clock temperature, 83 our 1 p.m. temperature. We're going to 86 degrees this afternoon. It is going to be a warm Sunday, to say the least. Then those isolated showers start to pop up. But the bigger threat for storms is going to be for tomorrow. So let's just go over a couple of things here. First off, it's the final round of the API. Many are wondering how this is going to play out, and I think it's going to be good. I do think we're going to have some wind today, so that's definitely going to be a player. All right? He said player in golf. That's fun. That's funny, right? I'm not crazy. That's funny. Fine, it was a dad joke. Anyway, it's going to be a little gusty for that. Final day, of course, of Bike Week over at Daytona Beach. Same idea. Looking just fantastic, right? Nice and cool this morning. Mostly cloudy skies, but that storm system moves in. So let's take us hour by hour on Futurecast together, shall we? This is the extended Futurecast, and I'm going to use this one on purpose because I really want to show not just today's rains, but also looking ahead to tomorrow. So there's 11, there's 12 o'clock, so lunchtime still looking good. Through this afternoon, we're watching maybe a shower or two trying to pop in. Now, here's where we get that little bit of a push. Overnight tonight, you start to see some of the rains moving in, right? 4:30, 5 a.m., some showers into our area. The question is, as that storm system lifts by north of us, is there enough of a push to get some energy into our area? Okay, right? 5, 6 a.m., we see the rainfall. 7 o'clock, heavier pockets, right? 8 o'clock, heavier pockets. 9 o'clock, widespread rain. So it looks like for the morning commute, we'll just say 7 a.m. is the morning commute. It's going to be starting into the metro area, but mainly our western spots. Then for the heart of the commute, we see the rain starting into the metro. And then after that, right, 10 o'clock, heavier stuff working over to Brevard. 11 o'clock into Brevard. 12 o'clock kind of clearing out. And then little by little, we'll get more and more sun shining after that, okay? Little by little, little by little. So we are going to call tomorrow morning impact weather. Rain during a morning commute is never an ideal situation. Add the fact that it's a Monday morning, which is already not an ideal situation. You get the idea, right? Yeah. So anyway, there's that. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast together. Just dial everything in, make sure we're all together on this. Okay. I think it's a beautiful morning today. It's going to be a nice toasty day. 70% coverage of rain for tomorrow, but that's the first part of the day. And then notice those temperatures, they don't drop off a ton. We'll go from 86 today to 74 tomorrow, so slightly below average. Then we are right back to nearly 80 on Wednesday, and by the weekend, mid 80s. So we're definitely looking great. Definitely looking great. Yeah, just have those storms to deal with, right? Now, there has been some discussion regarding the potential of an upgrade for us to a lower end threat for severe weather. Okay, and so the potential is going to be there. We'll have to watch and see how that plays out. Not a severe concern, which is definitely the good news there. But there is some concern that we could get something a little feistier. Okay, so we'll have to watch and kind of see how this plays out. All right, but I it's not like a home run. The area of low pressure stays pretty far to the north. So it's not a big worry. All right, let's look at the. Let me do this. Let me dial up the HER model, the HER extended. Give me a minute. That's the short range HER. Here's the HER extended. I just wanted to see what the HER is going to go with regarding those storms pushing through. All right. So here's the HER extended model. Storms north. A few showers through dinner time ish, today. Nothing crazy. The HER's bringing in more rain early, but you can see the push of stuff tomorrow. And it's going to try and keep some embedded stuff, some embedded heavier pockets, right? So through tomorrow morning, definitely. And you see it like that. That's, I think, the kind of indicator that's at least the most interesting, we'll say. All right. So the different models are differing opinions per se on things. So it's something to watch, right? Now, moisture's already on the increase, right? So, for example, this morning it's a nice breeze in spots, but we are watching little pockets of fog. Okay. So here's a look at our visibility right now. Notice the land down to just shy of 2 miles visibility. Notice Palm Coast 2.5 miles visibility. Our cloud ceilings, how low are the clouds? Sitting at 700 in DeLand, so that's an IFR morning, at 1,000 in Ocala, so that's, yeah, we're right on the cusp, right? So let's look outside and check on our Tower Cam network and see how we're starting our Sunday morning off. Somebody was asking about if it shows winds or things like that. Yeah, I mean we can pop winds up on our FutureCast model as well. But for now, some areas have clouds, some areas do not. Look at that, Ocala top left, 57 degrees in Marion County. It's absolutely beautiful there. New Smyrna Beach, that's stunning. 59. Orlando, absolutely gorgeous. Port Canaveral, absolutely gorgeous. It is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful start to the day. In terms of winds this morning, okay, not too bad. They will be picking up though through the day, right? Here's a look, kind of light and variable, if you will. So let me do this. I'm going to change and I'm going to pop up Futurecast, but with the breeze, just so that we can kind of see how through the day today, watch those numbers increasing, right? Into this afternoon, those golfers are going to end up having a southwest wind, gusty. I mean, look at that, 2 p.m., we're at 15 miles an hour. It's going to be a breezy to gusty day. Look how into the afternoon we start to see those winds running in that 19, 20, 25 mile per hour range, right? So there's going to be plenty of wind today. Then as the storms start to move in, right? 6 a.m. It's going to be gusty, even ahead of the storms. 7, 8 o'clock, gusty, right? 25, 30 miles an hour. It's going to be a gusty morning. And then as that clears out, notice it's gusty. Winds are turning. It's going to stay gusty. 30, 35 miles an hour tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a hold on to your hats kind of Monday, right? Yeah. And then little by little, Monday night into Tuesday, we'll be able to calm things down. Still breezy though, Tuesday. Not bad, but still breezy, you know? So there you go. There you go. Yep. So that's kind of the setup, okay? Impact weather tomorrow. Chris says 3 gusties in 15 seconds. Hey, man, 3 gusties in 15 seconds. That should tell you everything you need to know. It's going to be gusty. Amy's asking about pollen. Oh, it's going to be pollen. And, speaking of pollen, speaking of air quality, we chatted about this yesterday. And, I don't normally check this, but there are some areas of moderate concern for air quality yet again this morning. So, something to keep in mind for those of us that follow that sort of thing. All right. Yeah. 3 gusties. So what you're saying is I can go outside to blow dry my hair. Yeah, that would about do it. Right? That would about do it. Yeah, windier than Wednesday. Yeah, can confirm it's ick in Sanford. Cats, tats, and gats says, yeah. Sometimes I have. So we have a new tower cam. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I don't. It's not Sanford, but I have to show this. I didn't show it in the quad box. There's Daytona Beach. I feel like we should just take a moment. Let's take a moment and look and love this. How pretty is that? Yeah, that's nice. Can confirm that's nice outside. So we may have some thunderstorms in the forecast. That's okay. That's okay. We always have thunderstorms in the forecast. But this morning we have the added ick of it being the spring forward day. The new sunrise. It's funny, my because they always come in early. So sun came in and I thought it was 3 o'clock in the morning. No, it was just the new 6. They always come in at 6. It was just the new 6. So he came in. I was grumpy. Now I'm grumpy. I'm sure I'm not the I know. I feel like I saw somebody say like I hate this time change. Was it Charles? Charles said it. So the new sunrise was at 7:41. The new sunset 7:30 p.m. Ick. I like this time better. I don't like this time change. That's all. That's all. But that's me. Ah, Debbie, you want to go into timeout? Time changes with kids. Not fun. Agreed. Yeah. So anyway, here we are together, just trying to do the things. Ah, all right. Question, comments, concerns? Here we are. Chris, I have a question. Does the UV index rise because of the season, Earth's tilt, and the air density? So it absolutely changes with Earth's tilt. Yeah, it does. As far as the air density, I don't definitively know slash remember, but air density certainly would play into it. I would imagine. I'd have to go look though, but certainly the tilt, the tilt on the atmosphere or on the axis, wrong A word. The tilt on the axis absolutely plays into it. Yeah, yeah. This new time is better, but if we could stop shifting, carbon fiber says. I don't disagree with that at all. I'm 100% there with you. Ah, look at you filtering words. Thank you, Taylor. See, we're always evolving. We're always progressing forward. That's all. You know, you need this coffee so badly. But as we continue to shift and get into that summer mode, we're mere days now from spring. The spring, did this graphic get updated yesterday? I updated it, but I don't know that it got updated since I updated it. Hold on, let's look. Okay, so I'm guessing that this graphic did not get updated, so I will update it. All right, daylight saving time. I had to change it from savings. Like one of my esteemed colleagues had the S there. 0 days. Hold on. 0 days. Spring equinox, also known as the vernal equinox. Hurricane season, 84. So there you go. Graphic updated. There you go. So, yeah, we are less than 2 weeks from the official start of spring, the vernal equinox. Good times. If we don't get some good rain, expect to see more fires, John says. Well, you know, we are in a drought. If we look at the Keach Byram Drought Index across Central Florida, we are getting drier. We're not terrible, but we're getting drier. Um, Lake Sumter, Marion, and now Volusia have kind of entered into here. I always say, once we get straight yellow, not the greenish yellow, but once we get into straight yellow, that's where things start to get a little more interesting. And then obviously when you get further and further and further. So we're progressing in that direction. If we don't start to see some rain, yeah, we could get into a different situation. Yeah. Taylor says technically we're always days away from anything. Some are just Yes, okay. The technicality police have arrived. Priscilla's asking about tornado season. So we're in tornado season. Thankfully, though, um, much like the storm system that's pushing through, these have not been these lows have been a little further north. These have not been all that rigorous for us. So that's good for us. Yeah. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? How we doing? How we doing? Are y'all ready? What are you looking forward to? Huh? For me, today, I'm just going to enjoy the kind of warm temperatures. It's not like I'm going to go to the pool. My pool temperature is 61 degrees. I haven't kicked on the heater yet, so it is what it is. But if you've got outdoor plans, heading to the API, whatever you're doing, heading to the API, doing something. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful day. Stray shower or so, lots of sunshine. Tomorrow's going to be a different bird. Tomorrow we're going to get those thunderstorms working in. So there's that. Yeah. David says, as a person who's not a morning person, I'm always grumpy before noon, time change or not. Love that for us. Love that for us. All right, so let's pop back up the radar and just check. Yeah, I wanted to just check on the live radar out of Jacksonville. You see some pretty good thunderstorms up that way, right? I'll lapse it, and there's some nasty cells, heading out of Tallahassee. As a matter of fact, I can shift this around to the Tallahassee radar. Give me a second. Computer's thinking. Do that. Do that. We'll shift things around. All right, so now that's the Tallahassee radar. Kind of gives you an idea, right? You can see those storms cruising through Tally. So feisty stuff. Thankfully, we're not not looking at anything like that for us today. But for tomorrow's morning commute, don't be surprised when we get into some thunderstorms into our area. All right. All right. 7-day forecast. Pop it back up. Your pool temp is 60. Going it for water therapy. Cold. Yeah, I am not a cold plunges guy. That's not me. Debbie says I'm looking forward to a nap later. There you go. No Roberto, no Cat 5, no Cat no. No. Nope. The natives are restless at my house. Tanya says I'm a morning person. I'm not, but I feel like I'm not a morning or a night person. I just think I'm grumpy consistently at this point in my life. I'm 40, and that has turned me into just a grump. I wake up late, I wake up early. I just feel like it's because the kids wake me up all the time. But maybe I shouldn't blame the kids. Maybe I'm just a grumpy person at this point. Could be. Oh, very good, Priscilla. That sounds nice. How's spring break looking, or do we not know yet? I mean, we can look ahead, but let's see. We'll do that. We'll do that. All right. So we're just gonna look at some raw model data together for spring break. So there's the storm system firing through tomorrow. That's another front on Sunday, March 16th. Doesn't look like much. What's going on out east? Y'all see that? What are you doing? Stand by. I'm just checking to see if that fits any kind of a pattern. It does. Ish. How funny is that? What are you cruising out east? Y'all see that? Out near Puerto Rico? The Virgin Islands? Like, y'all, it's not even April yet. We're just gonna enjoy looking at that. Nothing getting going, but and then Saturday, 22nd, 23rd looks like another front. But those lows are further north. They're not going to be as big of an impactor, so, there's that. I'm not an early bird or a late owl, Cats, Tats, and Gat says. I'm a perpetually exhausted pigeon. Right. That. Yeah. Curmudgeon. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Frank says, I'm a morning person. Got to get it done when the battery's charged. I'm just proud of you that your battery charged. Although, having met Frank, like, yeah, sir, you were wonderful. What do you like later? Are you a little more feisty? Are you grumpier? He was such a sweetheart. Patty, why do the boys wake up at night? The usual, I'm thirsty, I gotta pee. Had a bad dream. I know. Tanya, when's the next hurricane coming in? Hey, slow down, slow down. Although that is kind of an interesting, like, what you doing? What you know about that? I know all about that. Anyway, that's not a hurricane. I don't know what that is, what that's wanting to be. What do you want to be? What do you want to be, a little area of low pressure when you grow up? Always something to track. That's what's fun about the weather. It's never ever quiet. There's always. Why do I? It's because this shirt's too big on me, but I liked it when I grabbed it. Do you think there will be an early start to the hurricane season? Mari's asking on X. We'll see. I mean, water temperatures, if we compare, let's see, climate. Let me just pop this up. All right, so if I post, let me scrape, do that. All right. So these are the world oceanic temperatures. Now, obviously, we don't care about the world as much for hurricane season as we care about the basins that impact us. So let's switch from the world to the Gulf. Now, again, I'm going to say this because it's the world we live in. I do not control this data set. Thus, it says the Gulf of Mexico. I am simply going to call it the Gulf, not the Gulf of America or the Gulf of Mexico, because, okay, but the data set says what it says. I do not control that. This comes from the University of Maine. But let's zoom in and just kind of get an idea. So the deep red line is where we're at right now. Okay, it's not an all-time record, but clearly, when you look at these kind of these dotted darker lines, those are the averages. Last year is in orange, red is this year. So at the last spot, the last report, the Gulf water temperature, first, second, third, fifth place, fifth warmest Gulf on record. If we look at the North Atlantic, same kind of idea. We'll zoom in. The red is the current temperature. The black dotted lines, those are the averages. So based on that, we are currently second, third slash fourth warmest on record. Last year in orange being the record. So is it warm enough to develop tropical systems? I mean, it's going to be. We're clearly on the higher echelon of those temperatures. So we will be developing tropical systems at some point. But remember, and we taught this last year, water temperatures are only one piece of the puzzle, right? You need multiple ingredients for that. And thus, we'll continue to study and continue to give you all the information we can, right? Tanya says it's the Gulf of Me. It's whatever you want. I'm just going to call it the Gulf because you call it one thing, it's wrong to some people. Like, I am always going to take the Dolly Parton mentality, which I think is so ingenious. She's like, honey, nobody cares what my politics are. Nobody cares about what I think. I'm not in the business of making half the people frustrated. That's why I always say, um, this is a non-political place. We're just going to talk weather. So the fact that the name of that body of water has become that, I'm not touching it with a 20-foot pole. I mean, I'll put my toes in the water, don't get me wrong. I'm just not touching the name. But every time something shows up on a graphic, on a data set or something that I have no control over, I do feel like I need to mention it. Just so y'all don't get frustrated with me, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, and I don't care. Whoop. You know? Taylor says the fact that you can quote Dolly like that makes me love you more. I mean, it's Dolly. Like there's she is a flipping gem, which thoughts and prayers go to her. She just lost her husband of so many years. Tanya says, "Nope. Hey, we're not touching it, right? Yeah. John, we're not we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, John. I could tell you I've been in this business for a long time. None of that's right. I'm frustrated with you and the forecast stinks. Well, that you're allowed to be because that's I don't think that's a polarizing topic. I think when the forecast is bad, everybody should get frustrated, right? But we do the best we can. I mean, it's like I've got my crystal ball, my microphone. Oh, my crystal ball. Not you, other John. Not you, John David. Other John. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? No, John David, you're good. You're good. There was com- somebody commented about geoengineering. I'm like, oh, we are not going down that. I am off today. I don't need that kind of stupidity. I can only imagine the stir up it's going to cause this hurricane season. Well, see, and Jonathan, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing. You too, John David. I have an appointment on Monday in Winter Haven. What does the morning look like? Amy, the morning is stormy. That's when we're getting those storms through for sure. Yeah. I just see you with that Chris. You know, Tanya. You know. We're doing the things. We're doing the best we can. Priscilla, any fires on Long Island now? Are you kidding? I have no idea. I'm in Central Florida. I watched Central Florida weather. I can look at smoke. I mean, I'll look. Any fires on Long Island? I give all smoke. Any fires? I'm sure there might maybe. I don't know. Okay, so there's some smoke. Yeah. So there's smoke. Okay. So there you go. There's the smoke. I guess there's a fire on Long Island. Pushing out toward like Montauk, which by the way, I've been, loved it. Yeah. So keeping it out of the city, but yeah. There you go. There's your answer. Who knew? You control the weather, so you gotta know where it is. Oh, okay, got it, got it. I got one clock changed, 8 to go. Betty, it's fun. It's funny. Like as the world has progressed, we have less and less of those manual clocks. But then it's part of me is like, I wonder if I just leave the oven and the microwave. 6 months later, it's gonna change again, right? I don't know. That's it, David. That's it. We just hit the weather button and it goes. There you go. All right. Is that it? Are we good? Are we prepared for rain tomorrow morning? Impact weather tomorrow morning, friends? Showers, thunder showers, one or two could get feisty. We'll keep an eye on it. Of course, I'll be right here live with you for Coffee Talk to track the morning storms. We'll be fine. All right? Just plan for a little extra time. For your morning commute, don't drive like a knucklehead, okay? All right, listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you.